Okay. Good morning. Good morning. You get set up here. One moment. One moment. How do I just go to the video? Is there not a... Okay. That works. That'll work. That's fine. It's fine. Wait, why? Hello? Okay, I'm almost there, guys. Nope. There it is. Okay, we're good. Good morning. Hot and fresh stream here this morning. Hot off the presses from yesterday's blueprint rant. And yeah, I'm back with a vengeance. I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds. A quote from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Really fucking funny scene. Where he's ranting about the Range Rover. And the guy's like kind of talking shit about it, and it's like some old Range Rover or Land Rover. Range Rover or Land Rover? I don't remember, but he's like trying to sell it, and the guy wasn't like respecting it or something. It's just really funny because he's like a narcissist basically. Anyways, that's what I felt like yesterday when I was ranting about blueprints. But hopefully we can actually get some work done today. Hopefully. And I guess I need to figure out what I'm doing. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I was in the process of refactoring a bit, as I always am. I am in a perpetual state of refactor, a superposition state of refactoring. Pro hacking, hello, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning to you, good sir. And so, I need to figure out where the hell I was with that. I think my HUD is going to be one place I was at. Yeah, we're setting the main yeah, so I need to handle setting this content from places. Now, I guess I need to know, does this actually work? And so I think the building base object is one such place I can actually check if it works. Am I getting... Uh-oh, hang on. Let me refresh my... chat widget here. I'm getting double. Hang on. Let me quick test. Okay, we're good. Nope. Nope. Now I have 3. Shit, okay. Why am I getting... Oh, I know why. Hang on. Close those. Okay, that's good. I think we're good. Okay. We're good. So yeah, let's you know what, let's run around. Let's run around for a bit. Here's the world. Doing some game dev this morning. Procedural terrain. There it goes. There's my pride and joy by procedural terrain algorithm. I feel so cool when I say the word algorithm. Like when I say, oh, that's my algorithm, I feel so freaking cool. I feel like such a hacker. Like such a hacker, man. Yeah, but here's my game. It's gonna be an RPG, Colony Sim Roguelite. Procedural, destructible terrain. I like this little plateau that happened naturally here. This is a nice seed. I wish I could walk to some of these other zones. Like I wish there was an entrance right here. That would be nice. God, the leaves really get blown out with the LODs on that thing. I need to do some nanite versus LOD tests just to get some better understanding. Dude, the dither effect on these rocks is really strange. You guys see that? I didn't notice that before. Let's find a new seed. Find a new seed. That one was really cool. I like that one. But let's explore some more. 350. We were on seed 349. Let's go 350. Okay, not bad. It's all one zone so far, it seems. Oh, there's another one right there. Yeah, this one's kind of standard. Kind of standard. This is a nice example of the altitude blending, though. You can see how it's like real rocky, pointy over here, and then once it gets over here, it's flatter. More flatter, more better. There's a zone entrance right there. I am in Shadowfell Crossing. Spring Pines, Lighthouse of Alexandria, Dustwind Canyon, Mornwood Vale, Emberstorm Abyss, Starfall Ridge, and Ocean. Ocean. Okay, let's go 351. I want a cool one. Give me a cool one for today. That's all ocean. That's bad. That's a bad seed. Oh no. Really? Already today? Ugh. I need to build the engine from source and take care of some of that stuff. I'm taking the navigation generation and I'm kind of overriding it a little bit. I don't change any of the functionality. I just move it onto a background thread. Well, really, I'm doing it for... I'm multi-threading it, basically, and, yeah, when you end the editor, that doesn't always gracefully end the navigation generation because it's happening asynchronously now. So I need to build from source to override it a little bit more. 352. Also ocean, so this is a bad one as well. Oh, well, we got a little bit there. 353. Are you using a Threadripper CPU? No, I'm not sure why you would think that. Aren't those for servers? This is a nice one. I like this one. It's all the same texture, zone. My default texture, but I do like it's got some nice features. And I believe this is 3 different zones here. I like the spawn point too. It's a nice vantage point. Where are we at? Oh, I'm right on the edge of one zone. I'm on Serpent's Spine Mountains. Warped Grove. Yeah, I like this. This is a nice. This might be our test seat. We got a nice forest biome over there. This is a meadows biome? Question mark. The Samurai Forest of Honor. I'm just a newbie thought it can be used for rendering. No, that would be what the GPU is used for. A CPU is for like the computations, not the visual representation of things. Which Threadripper is a CPU. And yeah, no, I don't think very many people use a Threadripper. If I'm not mistaken, that's for servers. Oh no, I guess you can do them for desktops too. Okay. But yeah, those are like kind of overkill for a computer at this point. Oh, so what weird. Oh, I see now. So the mountain is here. But yeah, I'm in a kind of interesting zone here. Bro, please help me, please. I really want to add muscle simulation to my character in Unreal Engine. It's probably rigged. Just suggest a paid course using any software you say. Buddy, I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry. I would encourage you to search online. Go to Google and search for how to do that. Isabella, welcome in. Good morning to you. Brantley, hello. I was just taking a look at some seeds here before we get started. I like this one. I think this will be, if we end up testing in the world today, this will be the seed I test with, I think. I wish this mountain had some more noise in it, although it's got a little bit. It's got a little bit of noise. Oh, I like how you can maybe... Can you walk all the way up there? Let's see. Is that navigable? No, not really. Okay. Trees look cool. Yeah, I think this is a nice looking seed. I like the tall mountains. Like this tall mountains noise is probably my favorite noise settings that I have. Oh, and I guess there's another zone over here that actually has a different texture on it. Yeah, but here's my game. Here it is. That was a weird jump. What is this little... Oh, there's like little plateaus. On 1513, welcome in. Good morning. Let's go. Let's game dev. Wait, am I still using that asset? I have not seen that in a long time. I wonder if I broke the PCG graph to where it just doesn't show up very much. Am I going with a similar art style to World of Warcraft? Does it? I don't think it looks like WoW. I mean, a lot of people come in here and say it looks like WoW, but like, I don't know, this does not, to me, this looks like the default stylized vibe, which is not what I want to go for. And I know a little bit of my UI looks like WoW as well, so maybe that's giving the illusion of it. But no, I don't know what art style I'm going to go for. This is all placeholder assets. So I really have no idea yet. It was nice floating. You can look at Project Titan. Unreal released it for free and has massive content for free. I have seen that, yeah. If I need some new assets, I'll definitely check that out. But I've got tons. I have tons and tons of assets in my library that I've picked up for free over the years. Oh my god, this one is going to be such a pain to figure out. Entity 209. Oh, it's empty. That's the first time I've seen it empty. Usually it's too much. Huh. That's crazy. I would like to get my own assets made specifically for the game, but that's probably pretty far down the road. It's probably pretty far down the road. Let's save right here. Save. So I can spawn back at this spot. Let's get to work though. Let's do some work today. Go back to our test level here. And I need to work on providing the proper widgets for interaction from building. Kind of hate the name of this. I think I want to change this to get interaction option widget. Get interaction option, get interaction text option, get interaction option widget. I think is what I want to name that instead. Okay, so this will need to figure out what interaction option we can return. So I basically need this. God, this is ugly. This is uggo. This is so uggo. Basically, I need that with also some additional, also with some additional things. Let's do this, and let's make a local variable. Oh, why? Hang on. Why is my my UI is all messed up? There we go. That's better. Okay, so let's make this a interacting character. No, we want this will be interaction option widget. Okay, so we just need to set that from wherever. And I suppose I just need to construct an interaction option text thing. Well, maybe I should. Let's just we'll store it on here. Wait, do I already have one somewhere? Or is it's just because of the local one? Okay. Sick. Local variables can conflict with the class variables. Fun. The rant is beginning. UI interaction text option, is that the, I think that's the right one. Interaction text option. No, that's a, is that the right thing? Rename that real quick. Okay, yes, I know this is going to be quite diffy. And this will just be like interaction text string. So let's just set this here. Append build and name. So yeah, we're just gonna change all these to just setting this text. And then this set interaction text will be, I guess, empty. So I guess maybe we don't need to do anything for now. That could just be deleted. Ring is not compatible with user widget. What? That's crazy. No, that makes sense. This Unreal Engine? It is indeed. Okay, so now we can return the well, I guess I do need to I guess I do need to do that. I need to check if this is empty. Yeah, return empty. Never got into gaming myself. Interesting using visual blocks for programming. Yeah, interesting is one word for it. I was ranting about these are called blueprints. So I was ranting about blueprints yesterday. Kind of I like having the option, but I much prefer writing code. Find it much easier to like organize and to navigate. And like you can just do it entirely on your keyboard, right? You don't have to keep switching to your mouse all the time if you don't want to. Whereas like with blueprints, like you kind of have to. You have to use a mouse and you're like switching back and forth between typing things, dragging things, and it gets messy real quick. Like, as you can see with the noodles everywhere, this is not a good representation. Can remedy some of this. Okay, so that's a little bit less noodles all over the place now. Organizing my noodles, don't mind me. Like I have the option to BP, but I prefer looking at text. Feels easier on my brain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like, am I bad at blueprints? Or rather, I've just spent more of my time coding, so I'm just naturally more used to that. Or am I bad at blueprints? Which one is it? Okay, it's a little cleaner. It's still not great. It's still not great. So get interaction text, I think I can probably... once again, I want that target button so I can delete this function. We can delete this. Yes. Compile, save. Let's see what happens now. Oh my god. I really only care about this one. No, I don't actually. Let's delete that. It's my blueprint tree task. Yeah, just delete that. Behavior tree task. Force delete. We don't need that anymore. Okay, it closed every single editor window I had. Oh, the rant about BPs is about to start. Why did it close every single tab? All I did was delete an asset that I haven't used in a year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, it is not showing the main interaction text option. Okay. I'm an elitist and use Neofim. The Primogen follower. Out in the wild. Yeah, it does look very hackery. Probably feels pretty cool to use it. But I like my JetBrains products. I can't give them up. I need to remember everything that I've done. Okay, yeah, so we get here, set interaction widget content, main interaction option. Okay, beautiful. Not sure what I expected to happen there. The interaction text box, which is a what now? It's an interaction text box option. Okay. Interaction. It's this one, right? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Set main interaction option text. Where are you called from? Oh, it's this one. Duh. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Where is the... Is that the variable? I think so. Okay, so if we should be getting here. Sorry, one moment. How long have I been working on this? About wait, the system or the game? The game for 2.5 years. I've been working on interaction for like a week now, though. Hi, Mahjong, how are you? I'm well. How are you, Pavel? Krazen, hello. Welcome in. Okay, yeah, so that is unknown. It is unbeknownst. It's grayed out, but I can still... So weird. Okay, let's make sure this is actually getting hit. Oh, I'm not actually setting the text to anything. That probably matters, right? Or no, I'm not creating the widget at all. I don't know. What did I thought? What did I think was gonna happen? I'm not finished with my first coffee yet, though, so give me a bit of a break here. Nobody, welcome in. Interaction option widgets. Okay, so I guess I need like a little function to update this or whatever. What do I want to call it? Like update interaction widget or something? Set interaction widget text. Just say update interaction widgets. Do I have an interaction? No, not really. Okay, well, we just want text on here, or like a string. Just do text, and then we'll go here, validated get set text. Is it tooltip text? I guess I need to do the construct for it. Yeah. If it's not valid, construct object from class, interaction text option, UI interaction text option. Is it it's a UI interaction text option. And then how was I setting it before? I would get interaction text and then set text. Okay. Can I do that from external? But I guess I can just call it. What is this? It's the that's on the text box. Okay. Let's just do it on the... Let's make a little function for the actual interaction text option. Oh, is it interaction text box option? Interaction text box option. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. So that should probably actually be a UI interaction text box option. Yeah, change all that. How long did it take for blueprints to click, or do you have a programming background? Yeah, most of my game is in code, so yeah. Mostly programming background. C++. Unreal Engine's in C++. I have too many UI interaction containers and classes. It gets a little too confusing. Oh my god, spare me. Oh yeah, he's back in the saddle, I know. The rant almost already started, Odd. I deleted an asset and it closed every single one of my tabs. I see blueprints, not sure. Yeah, this is C++. This is C++. Okay, what the hell was I doing? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was just changing that. I wanted like a little thingy. An interact option. And then we have an interaction option slots. Okay, so the main interact option is the text box. Text box option. On the text box option. Oh, that's text option, not text box option. So confusing. There we go. There it is. It's beautiful. When you start a UE, did you just jump head in or follow any tutorials to learn the base? I just jumped in. That's how I do it. I just dive in the deep end and drown for a little bit. Alright, I have a set key and text. I mean, do I really want to write that interaction? Yeah. Call set text on this bad boy. That'll actually take in a string. Okay. Come on in, the water's fine. Okay, so now we can use that here. A little bit cleaner. A little bit cleaner. We're not leaking implementation details out of here now, too. We love that. All my homies hate leaking implementation details. And now we can set that from here. I could probably also add it as like a constructor thing. But I think this is a little easier. A little more straightforward, I suppose. That is the update interaction option. If it's not valid, I wonder if I should pass in a value for what I want as well. Or like, I should destroy it maybe? Yeah, let's do this. So let's do an is empty. If the text is empty, then I don't need one, right? That'll be the North Star. Although, is there ever a time where I would want to show an interact option without having some text by it? Is empty. Yeah, I guess we would just set to empty there. Should I set text to? Well, no, that's gonna force a delete on the widget, so it's gonna get like garbage collected or whatever. So I need like a set interaction. No, what did I call it? Update interaction widget. I guess I should probably return it as well, because this is just going to be kind of weird. Alright, that's not very... No, let's also... We'll just return it for convenience. UI interaction text. It was text box option. That's the crucial part there. And let's maybe not call it new param. There we go. What's our error here? Oh, because it's in read-only mode. Because this is a const function, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the case? Yes. Aha. Well, the other ones are as well. How was I doing that in the other? Wait, how was I handling this? Oh, because I update it from out. You're right. I update it from outside the function. I update it from outside the function. And then I just return it in the function. Is that a paradigm I want to continue to use? Because yeah, that did make it very... That did make it kind of difficult to follow. Okay, so my options are to either... Because this is a const function, so I can't update any members. So that means I can't, like, maintain an interaction. I can't maintain a widget on the object that's being interacted with from a constant function and then just return it. I would have to create a new one every time, which would be unoptimal. So my other architectural option is to make these functions non-const, which sounds weird for something that's just a get option. But it does make it kind of nice to do things like this, where I can put all the logic in kind of one place. That's all based off of like pre-existing data that's already on the object. Now this creates a level of abstraction where you have to sit there and think, okay, the object is blueprint. You know, if I'm like, you know, somewhere else in the class here, I have to sit here and think, oh, it's construction lab blueprint. It doesn't have all the required resources. Like, what does that mean for what it shows? I mean, I guess the answer, you just go here. So that's kind of, it kind of makes sense. Whereas like the other pattern is to, like, this is very prevalent in the NPC character that I was working on last week, or the last few streams, where his interaction options, like, he updates them and sets the widget every time the user selects something. And then like the for example, the get interaction subtext component just returns it. I don't know which option is cleaner. Like, the const function makes my programmer brain feel good, but it does make it a bit harder to work with. I'm not sure. Let me take a look at the interfaces here. I am going to get rid of that. It does feel a little weird. It does feel a little weird. To like compute a user widget from outside one of these functions. And then just, you know, at some other event in the game, and then return it from these functions. That feels a little weird. But that's the current pattern I'm using. And the reason I want to even return a user widget to begin with is for like customizability, right? So that things can like put their own widget in there if they want to. But I don't want to be like creating widgets all the time either. So so if I make sure that these functions aren't called all the time, maybe that's not such a terrible idea. Like, basically just anytime the interaction state gets refreshed, so like this function, right? Which is basically like when you interact, end interact, or something calls the refresh. So maybe it's not so bad to create a UI widget every time, because it's like the alternative is either I'm just taking up a little bit of memory. I don't know how much memory like a freaking widget takes up. And maybe I'm just taking up a little bit of memory hanging on to these widget pointers, hanging on to these widgets. What's this for? Am new here. This is for my... Yes, save everything. I think we could play regardless. Yeah, so this is for my video game. RPG Colony Sim Roguelite is what I'm working on with procedural terrain. Here's the procedural terrain algorithm doing its thing. It'll be destructible as well. We've got like AI generated quests and stuff. Today I'm working on just more interaction stuff, I guess. Which I've had working in the past, but I have been refactoring quite a bit. So yeah, here's the world. And then I just have colonists spawn and buildings that I can build that I need to interact with. And so I'm working on refactoring some of my systems. Because I need to handle latent interactions. And this is for the AI logic, for when they like construct buildings for me and stuff. That's what I'll need like the latent actions for. So yeah, here's the game. But yeah, back to work. Back to work. Let's make a decision here. Yeah, and this is going to be for every building, so hanging on to a widget for every building sounds a bit... Any enemies in the game yet? Yeah, there were some in there. The red guys that were walking around. There's a little bit of combat. I can't say I have a favorite type of soup. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe something like hot dog water. Yeah, I'd probably say hot dog water. Okay, so I kind of want to just return it. Return a new one every time. Because yeah, every building hanging on to a widget to show. I mean, I could just make it null pointer. And I do make it null pointer when it's not shown. So maybe reuse the same widget. That's what I have now. That's what I have now. But it's leading to a pattern where, because these interface functions are constant functions, to maintain that widget on the object that is being interacted with, I have to calculate it from outside of the function, which leads to fragmented logic, making it kind of hard to follow. I think that's why I was that's why the NPC stuff was taking so long. Yo, guess what? What? So I'm kind of thinking like maybe either my options are to either just return a new widget every time, because these don't get called every frame, and they shouldn't. They should only get called when an interaction changes. So either when refresh interaction is called or when interact is called. So that it's not happening every frame or anything like that. Or I can just make them non-const. But I'm kind of leaning towards leaving them const, so I am forcing I can kind of force the logic to stay local. I think that might make it easier. I'm turning 20 today. Well, happy birthday. Or I guess what if it's just a widget on here? Hang on. Hang on. It's just a widget on here, and I want to set it. I can't set the variable from here because it's const. But I could create it from outside. I could create the widget from outside here. I could create the widget from outside, but for a building, the building would need to know whenever it is getting looked at, which is kind of a weird concept too. God damn, I feel like there's no great option here. It would be easy for ending the interaction. I could just set it to null pointer when the interaction ends. But I need to display something before the interact actually starts to like show to the player, hey, you can interact with this thing, you know? So, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards just creating it every frame. I'm kind of leaning towards that. So then this would change to like construct interaction widget, and then we don't that's empty, return null, otherwise construct. Maybe this is just for the buildings. We just call it building it now. There's too many build related things here. So construct widget I think is good. Okay. Building container. Why are you upset at me? End interaction. Oh, I don't know why this is all of a sudden failing. I just need to set is being interacted with. I mean, I know I forced all these to be functions, but I've been running it quite a bit since then. You don't need to declare them as constant, but you can remove it and see. I do in that case, because it is being called from another constant function. It was not compiling before I had that. Yeah, so if this isn't const, compile. Error. Because it's being called from a const function. Okay, so back to this. What was I doing? I forgot. I got like squirrel brain today. Can't tell. Is this just gonna work? Are we just gonna work here? Yeah, that works. Disallow construction is just freaking out though. It's in a scale box, which I kind of hate. Okay, yeah, so the interaction all still works. The placing interaction doesn't, though. Is my collision on that one wrong? Because it should say like E to place or something. What's my collision settings on this? It's set to... Oh, that's on the static mesh. Well, yeah, it's set to block... Yeah, it's set to block visibility. Why am I not getting a line trace on here, I guess, is the question. I feel like that should be saying, if I'm not mistaken. Why is the UI shivering in fear? It's because it's in a scale box. And so it's like, I just need to change it. It's trying to fit to scale, and it's like freaking out about it. Well, first of all, let's make sure that that function's not getting called all the time. Okay, it's not. Cool. If is blueprint has all required resources. If it's not a blueprint, wait. It's not a blueprint and it's not built. We should get here. How long is the stream going to be today? Good question. Let me check the schedule. At least for another 2.5 hours. I guess let's throw a breakpoint at the beginning. We'll just see if we even ever get here. I never get there, so I don't even think we're getting a hit. I don't think we're getting a hit on it. what's happening here? 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 Hello? Okay, so we're not doing... Oh, we're in build mode. Is in build mode. Okay, so we're refreshing interaction every frame here. Maybe just use a horizontal box to contain them and just display. Yeah, I understand how to fix it. I just haven't. Okay, so we're in build mode, so we're hitting this condition, so we're not tracing. Oh, why did I do that? What was my theory for doing that? What was my theory for doing that? We just update the interaction widget and we call it. I'm not interacting with anything though. So if I'm in build mode and I still wanted that to, I mean, I don't think we do anything differently actually. I don't know what I was thinking. And yeah, of course, yeah, compiling at runtime. I know it hurts. I know. I know. Okay, yeah, now we're getting here. It's just stuck at interact now as well. And also it's not long enough. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so put that back. So if I'm in build mode, I don't need to do a trace because I should already understand what is happening. I also don't think I want to refresh interaction every frame either. Let's pop that bad boy out. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to keep him around just to make sure we can go back. And if I am in build mode, refresh interaction. What would refresh interaction? Would I think I just need to call update interact widget here with, because the trace isn't going to reach far enough in build. Well, maybe I should just do that anyway, but increase the interaction distance. Yeah, maybe just increase the interaction distance when it's in build mode, but still do the same thing. Okay, changed my mind. So skip that. But we are going to do a select float here. Interaction distance, if we are in build mode, just 9999. Probably enough. And we do the same logic. Yeah, there we go. The building just needs to. Yeah, the UI doesn't like it doesn't like itself right now. Okay, so that's good. Let's first of all delete that. I'll keep this around just to make sure this is what I want to settle on. And then I need to make sure the building object is actually responding to that properly. Okay, yeah, breakpoint there. His blueprint is false. Okay, let's step forward. And then we get, I should get here. That's where I want to get. Yeah. So we have the place. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, whether or not I want to put the blueprint on there. Is that the best way to do that? I don't know. That's kind of messy. Yeah, I should get the place text, no? I'm getting like the default interaction text. Yeah, why am I getting the default interaction text? Place dummy foundation blueprint. Yeah, that's what it should say. That's not what it says. Okay, so what else is happening here? What else is happening here? So let's make sure this is happening properly too. Yeah, I don't need that anymore, but that is a good stopping point. Input object. We do have the interaction text option. Can I see my text variable? It says it's interact. Okay, let's try that one more time. I'm gonna go here. You're really not gonna show me. You're really not gonna show me, huh? Can I get the interaction text box? There's 3 of them. I don't know. I don't know which one is which. Nor does it show me the text that is in there. Okay, so this was not going to show me the information that I thought was going to be here. It would have helped me. Open up the call stack again real quick though. Yeah, so we're getting here. Let's breakpoint there instead. Oh, and then the interaction trace may not even actually hit the thing. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so we can't even do the interaction trace, actually. Yeah, edge cases. Shit. I guess we'll still take a look at this, though. This isn't how we'll do it, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess this is just a user widget type. So that's why it's not showing me the information I want. Whereas this one is. Yeah, okay, so... Ooh, that's annoying. Right, because it may go through something and hit something else. So we can't use the trace. I can't use the trace, so I have to like get the placing object in the... Update interaction trace, okay. I knew it. I knew we were gonna need this. That Mulan was a troublemaker. Okay. If we're in build mode, we need to just like get the thing that we're placing. So compile that, close all that out. How do I expand all? And there's no button for expand all here. It's wonderful. That's wonderful. I love that for me. Also, where is my... Why did my editor change? That's supposed to be there. Why did I didn't move those. Wait, where is the... Where is... Am I being fucking dumb right now? Where are my, like, components and shit? Where is that window? Components. Why did my editor change? Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna start ranting again. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Why did this all my layout all changed for some reason? I did not touch any of that. God damn. Okay, we have the building component. We have the building component. Let's search for place. Can I get the placement? I can just get the placement building object, I suppose. It's not public? Question mark? It's not. Okay, we'll just fucking make that public then. One of those things I don't feel like writing a nice function for. Oh, I have to cast it to the class now. Because that's a, that is a blueprint only thing. So cast to building component. Oh, that's a building widget. Oh, wait a second. I have two different building components. Why did I do that? I mean, I know I'm replacing one, but I thought I was extending it. I guess I'm not. I guess I have two different building components. Okay, sick. Anyways, we're gonna get that. We need to cast to interaction interface, I think. And then update interact widget. Well, no, I don't want to call this every time, though, right? So let's do this. We'll store it in set interacting with. I love that. And we'll just say if not equal to get interacting with, then we'll do it that way. We don't call it every frame. If they're not equal, we set interacting with. We'll cast it to the interface first. So if it's not valid, we don't get there. Okay. Have you tried handling the widget logic in C++ instead of blueprints? Then you just have to handle the layout in the widget EP. Yeah, I actually recently changed it from being in C++. And this system for the interaction trace is like, it's specific to, so currently what I'm looking at is specific to blueprints. The interaction system overall, though, it feels, because like the whole system works by creating widgets and returning them from an interface functions. That felt really bad in C++. Like, I don't like to do UI related stuff in C++. And my interface functions have the ability to return custom widgets so that the things that are being interacted with can be like, hey, here's what you should display if I'm being interacted with. Yeah, creating those in C++ is not good. It's a lot better in blueprints. UI stuff in general. Okay, let's see if that worked. Can you just make a bool and name an active piece and run the UI based off the active piece you're trying to place if the cast isn't detecting anything? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, Mark, there's a lot of things I can do. If I was building the system from scratch, that would be like, you know, a good suggestion. But right now it's all about how do I get this to work with the existing systems that I have? Right? That's what I'm sitting here trying to figure out. Not necessarily, you know, what's the base logic for getting something to trace further, or what's the base logic for, you know, getting, you know, just, you know, storing a bool or anything like that. It's more so just about how do I get it to work with all the existing systems I have, of which there are a lot. There's a lot of idiosyncrasies and considerations I need to make therein. Now we're still getting the base interact one. Where's my call stack at? Okay, so we did get to the right location. Which means we did call the get interact. We did call the get interaction. So am I not setting the widget text properly? I mean, I thought the other ones showed up correctly. The other ones showed up correctly. Why is this one not? I verified that we were getting here and it was returning an interaction option widget. Oh, wait a second. I'm not setting the text. Wait, how is that showing up correctly then? What did I just click on? Okay, now I can't close Windows anymore, apparently. Okay, yeah, this is the issue. I don't know why I thought... that would do anything. The other ones were working because it was before I changed it. So yeah, you probably have the right text now. No, you don't. You still have interact, actually. How much are you getting called? Wait, what? Wait, why did that get called? Okay, where is interacting with getting set? Ugh. Yeah, where is interacting with getting set? Force end interaction? There's no way I'm calling that, right? I guess we'll put a breakpoint on each of these. What is the name of the game that you are creating, and can you tell me what it's about? The name is called My Project. It's going to be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quests. Oh, okay, here. Why am I getting here? Why am I here? Maybe end interaction if too far. Ah, yes. Okay, I see now. Or is in build mode. There we go. So we don't do nothing. We're in these two special modes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool. And then that way, when my buildings clip through the ground and I don't get the interaction trace on the ground. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're still getting the default text. Still getting the default text. Is empty, return null. I assume that's when it's showing the default. So wait, is it empty? It's not empty. All right, this is just returning the widget thing, so it's not actually going to. Let me look at this. Set text, interaction text. I mean, it's setting the fucking text. What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? Okay, do the other interactions work? Let's just see that. See that. No, it's still just interact. Yeah, it's not returning the right text. Oh well. I'll show the game here so you can see, since you asked. So here's the procedural terrain algorithm. And so yeah, there's going to be a pretty large procedural world that you can run around in with different zones and biomes and stuff like that. There's underground caves that you can explore. There'll be some ore and monsters down there eventually. Every world's different, so it's like a seeded generation, you know, like Minecraft or Valheim. And this is just one small section of the world. Here's the world map. And so there's me. I'm probably only generating, you know, a small radius around the player at the moment. Yeah, we're in like Warped Grove, Serpent Spine Mountain, Pasture of Peace, Azure Plateau, Stonefang Hold, Frost Shadow Hollow. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's no answer to your question. Like, I can't tell you how long it's going to take you to learn C++ and Blueprint. Like, that's not the same answer for everyone, right? Like, I don't know your background. I don't know how well you need to know it. You know, I don't know what kind of game you're making. You know, I don't know how much time you're going to put in every day. Like, no one can answer that for you. Like, you are the only one that can answer that type of question. And the only way you're going to answer it is by trying. And you're actually never going to fully answer it. The answer is only going to become increasingly clear in a very asymptotic way. So the only way to tell how hard it is going to be for you to learn C++ is to try to learn C++. Yeah, Macroft, I can't answer it. Like I said, you were the only one that can answer that question. I would encourage you to go try to learn C++, and you will very quickly find out how hard it's going to be for you. And yeah, C++ is, it's not the easiest language to learn, but if you're doing Unreal Engine C++, I actually think it's a little bit easier. I'd recommend using Writer as your IDE. That's this program here. It teaches you a little bit better. It's a JetBrains product, so Writer by JetBrains. It teaches you a little bit better about C++, Unreal Engine C++. But if you don't know how to write code, like if you never programmed before, C++ is going to be a pretty steep learning curve. So you might try something else, like Godot script might be easier if you're trying to get into games, or Unity, C#. Yeah, you're only going to find the answer to that question when you try. Oh, can he not find a path to me? Oh, yeah, he was kind of stuck there. Why weren't you just casting fireballs? Those fireballs hit so hard, man. Also, my health regen tick rate resets whenever I heal myself. I'm just now noticing that. That shouldn't be the case. Yeah, it like resets my health regen. That's annoying. Nice looking seed. Yeah, I think this is the test seed for today. I think this is what we'll use to test today. Nice little crater. I really want like crazy ass environmental effects to happen. Like imagine you piss off some god and they send a meteor down and it just creates this crater in the ground. Like I could totally do that with the destructible terrain, right? I can totally do that. So that'll be really fun to get to. But until then, we're gonna work on fucking interaction stuff. I hate that my fire sound effects went away, because I should be getting like little fire explosion sounds with my enchanted weapon. Ah, you're stuck. He's trying to move, he can't. There he goes. Yeah, I should come up with some logic for when they can't get to their target. Because right now they just fucking stand there. Take the beating. Oh, he's too far away now. Alright. He ran away. Straight WoW sounds. Hey, I'm borrowing them. They're being borrowed. I'll give them back. I'll give them back, don't worry. This placeholder for now. Yeah, you don't realize how much a game needs sound until you like start working on one, and it's like just dead quiet and nothing feels good because there's no feedback. Yeah, the sounds are important. I think Odd, I think you were talking about that one stream too, about like how important the sound effects are. You don't realize that when you're playing games that much, you know. Then you start trying to make one, you're like, wow, this sucks. This fucking sucks. No shame serves its purpose. Yeah, I just need some placeholder stuff to make it, you know, feel a little better for the time being. Okay, let's get back to work. Back to work. Okay, why am I getting the default? I don't think I'm actually properly setting the text ever. Ever. How long have I been developing this game? Over 2.5 years, approaching 3 years now. Okay, so we construct it. I set the text on it. I guess I can go here and see what it is. Although set key and text. Where are you called from? Maybe this is conflicting. It's not. It's not. I literally can't even see the text. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, why is that not actually... Oh, I accessed none here? Interaction text. Did I really actually get none there? Yeah, your procedural terrain is awesome. Thank you. I'm quite proud of it myself, actually. Not so proud of the other aspects of my game, but the procedural terrain is one thing I'm kind of proud of. I'm not sure if I want this for my game. Still thinking about it. I was wondering, what approach did you choose? Like, is it PCG with custom C++ node graph, or fully doable in PCG without adding custom node logics? Or is it, or even full-on compute shader dispatch from your C++? I have compute shaders. All of my noise and stuff are calculated from compute shaders. I have a height map compute shader that does a bunch of biome blending and distance-based blending between the different terrain chunks. It has parameterized noise inputs, so that's how the different zones look a little bit different, have different noises on them and stuff. And then I do like a border spline, height interpolation. I apply some height curves, altitude offsets, that kind of stuff in a height map compute shader. And then I also generate a 3D noise compute shader. That's for the caves. And then I have a custom marching cubes compute shader that stitches them together. That's how I did it. I'm contemplating just moving it all back to C++ or to the CPU rather than running on the GPU. This is Unreal. Yes, this is Unreal. Because in Unreal Engine, you only have one render thread to run your compute shaders on, and even though they're faster, it's not necessarily more resources, right? So I'm thinking about rewriting them on the all those algorithms on the CPU, and just to do a comparison to see which one is actually better for me. Sounds like you want to do this in PCG though. I think that would be technically possible because they do have the dynamic mesh nodes, and you can, like, I think what you would want to do is you would want to use the create grid node. You would want to set the position.z variable to some. You would run like a attribute noise on the grid points, and then you would set the grid points z value to the attribute density value multiplied by whatever your height curve is. So create like a curve asset like this. Like, here's my height curve that I apply. I apply this to all of my height map noise. So you want something like this, and this will make your terrain smoother. And then you can also give it, like, see how I make it kind of flat here in some of these places? That'll get the player some actual kind of flat-ish area to run around on, so it's not always flowy and curvy. And that'll create some nice little valleys and stuff like that. And I actually go under, so zero's right here. And so anything between 0 and 0.3, because the noise is a normalized value, 0 to 1, right? So anything between 0 and 0.3 actually gets decreased. And so you'll come up with some curve like this, apply it to every value from the spatial noise that'll be on your, or not the spatial noise. Yeah, the spatial noise. I said attribute noise. I meant spatial noise. Okay, I'll just show you what I'm talking about here. If you want to do it I have no idea how well this will run. It's probably not going to be as performant. So you'd want to, like, create points grid, set your values here for how, you have to play around with those. Do a spatial noise, Perlin 2D. Yeah, you'd probably want to stick with Perlin for now. You can play around with the settings there as well. And then you would want to, that's going to put it on your density value. And so you'll take that, and I don't know, can you apply a curve remap density? There you go, perfect. There's a built-in one already. So you can plug your curve in there, it looks like. And then I would just multiply by whatever your, well, the scale might, depending on the component. I think you'd probably just set the component scale actually. So I think maybe here we just create, you know, create your dynamic mesh. Let's see, what do we have here? Spline to mesh. Append meshes from points. So you probably do something like that. And like you probably set the scale on this component or something. What is spawn dynamic mesh? And you probably want to, like, I don't know, pass the dynamic mesh in or something so you have some more control over it or something. I don't know. But like you'd probably want to set the scale somehow on the dynamic mesh component that gets output from this. And then that will like increase, that'll make it actually big, right? Because it'll be tiny. It'll be very, very tiny. And this also is going to be very inefficient. This is not going to be, yeah, I don't know what kind of mesh this is going to create, actually. It just may do it in a bunch of boxes, which means you're going to be rendering a bunch of verts that don't exist. But, you know, that may get you what you need for just some rudimentary procedural terrain. But yeah, you'll have to play around with it, see how well that works out. And then if you do that, you don't really have to worry about the, like, any sort of meshing algorithm or anything like that. Although if you're just doing a height map based procedural terrain, it's not too difficult. You just got to connect the verts in the right order. Which all of what I just showed right there is pretty easily done in C++. I say easily, like if you know what to do, the code's not that complicated. There is obviously some upfront knowledge you need. Yeah, C++ will be better for that. All the stuff I spawn on it though is from PCG. So all the trees and foliage and all that. I was trying to figure out why the interaction option is not getting the text set properly. Let me go here. I'm going to cast it to a text box here, just so I can see what value it is at this point. What the value of the text is. Wait, what? It's not fucking working anymore. Is it not? Wait, it's not. I thought it was an interaction text box. Am I wrong here? UI interaction text box. Oh, it's a text box option. Wait, yeah, so this is null? Okay, I'm gonna need to see the stack trace on that one. Interaction text is null here. How is that null? I'm confused on why that's null. How's my project drawing doing today? Not so bad.
Not so bad.
Oh, okay. Interesting, I'll play around with PCG. I found it kind of sad PCG run on the game thread. Another doing compute. You can run it fully, there's fully async processing now for PCG. So PCG, command is PCG dot, what is it? Async. What there's a command here. I thought it was on by default now. If you update to 5.6, multi-threading is on by default, I think. Runtime generation. There's some command here that you can use. PCG.graph multithreading. That's what you use. You can make it async that way. Compute shaders are a pain in the ass to set up in Unreal Engine, so ye be warned, there's not great documentation on it. So I wouldn't go compute shader first. You don't need to do that. I would go just C++ first, Gladius. Do C++ first. It'll be a lot easier. You know, if you're just doing height map terrain, I don't think you really need a compute shader to run that, to be honest with you. If you don't want the underground caves and stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna at least try out moving them to the CPU. Also check out the fast noise plugin. That's what I'm gonna switch over to using as well. I already use that for my vertex data generation. So like my terrain materials. So I'm gonna start using that for the actual terrain formation as well. Yeah, why? But back to basics here. I guess I can check that out real quick too, but that's gonna not have. It doesn't set the text because it's fucking null when it's so weird. How is it? I don't understand how it's null here. Is it because like I just constructed it? Like how does that make sense? As UI interaction text box option. Yeah, where are my variables? I guess the key icon and interaction text are null. Now they're not. Weird. Interaction. Wait a second. I'm so confused at my class names. First of all, rename them all UI underscore. Okay, I'm gonna call it this being called interaction text box is throwing me off. I'm just gonna call it interaction box. And wait, what is the difference between this and this? This just has a background on it. So the interaction options container, the interaction options list. Interaction text box option. Interaction text option. The interaction, I guess the interaction text option is what I use for the options list, and then the interaction text box option. Yeah, I don't like the name of this. Interaction text box option. Let's just call it interaction text icon. Sure. So we have the interaction box. That's the container for the interaction text icon. Okay. Now that hopefully that's a bit more clear. I have the widget. Main interact option, which is an interaction text icon. Oh, we set that to collapsed. Right. Interaction option slot is just a slot, right? So we're just going to set content there. An interaction text icon object. But it's not becoming... Okay, let's change the interaction text icon thing to have a construction method, construct. And then, I guess we can... I guess we can do a little something like this. Expose on spawn. Get text. That text. Right? I don't know why interaction text would be null here. But let's just go ahead and fucking fix this. Replace with child. Replace with child. The horizontal box. Change to desired. The icon. I guess I wanted it to, I wanted the icon to like automatically fill the space. But fuck it. Wait, why did I breakpoint here? Where's my, is my debugger gone? What are we doing here? Text is empty, okay. I don't know why we breakpointed there. Why are we breakpointing here? Look how it's so small. The interaction is so small. Yeah, now none of the text is there now. Oh, I'm just breaking things, man. I'm just breaking it, all of it. Why is that fucking null? Does anyone understand why? So this is interaction text. Is this text component? Why would that be null right after I construct one of these? I don't understand. It's just a text block. I guess I should probably just auto size this, right? Okay, now that's really fucking big. That's really big. Yeah, why is that fucking null? That's so weird. Go 48. Okay, yeah. Why is it null? I'm so confused. I guess I didn't change the construction to actually pass in the text, but we'll do it anyway. Oh my god, it fucking works now. Now the other ones are broken. We didn't update right there. Yeah, that's returning the wrong thing. Why? I don't understand. I literally don't understand. Why though? That does not make sense. And it does not make sense as to what, like, why is this set text function why is this text function not working? Like, why is interaction text null here? It's so strange. It worked when I set it from the constructor. It worked. Odd, do you know anything about this? Apparently somehow this is null. Get one feature working, breaks 10 other things. Well, the other thing, I just need to change the way I'm doing it. I broke it on purpose to try something out. But yeah, this is... do I need to start ranting? Oh, I'm about to start ranting. I can feel it. It's building up inside me. Giggity. Why are you null when I call you from outside of the constructor? I mean, I don't need to, but I just want to understand. Your widget setter. So here's the condition on. Like, I'm constructing this widget. This widget has this interaction text here. And for some reason, I call this function on it. The interaction text is null here. It's null and empty. But that same function is called from the constructor and it's fine. I don't understand what's happening. And when I did the constructor, when I called this from inside the constructor, which is fine, I can do it that way. I don't care one way or another, but I just want to understand why doesn't it work that way? I suppose the where was the frickin' frick thing? Where is it? Wait, did I close it? Text document. No, here it is. So set key and text, find references. These are the ones I need to update. So an outer widget is calling the create widget. Just an actor. An actor is calling the create widget. It's probably something that I'm doing that's messing it up, but I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, I don't know that we need to set that. Not using it anywhere. Set text. And we'll just change that to set key and text rather. Interacting player. Do I need that? No. Can I switch on this? No. Okay, that's what I thought. That would be a weird switch. That would be kind of nice if I could add that as a switch, but okay. Back to wherever that was being set from here. Yeah, so let's compile. Wait. I just learned about this. Refresh all nodes. I didn't do it. We don't need interacting player. Oh, I didn't, that's my fault. That's my fault. I didn't expose it. Expose yourself. Congratulations, you exposed yourself. Okay, file, refresh all nodes. Yay! Oh, that's so nice. Who was it? Was it Dinnick that told me about that? Good, Anakin, good. It's very tricksy hobbitses these widgets can be. Tricksy hobbitses, indeed. That just got a lot cleaner. I think I created that before I knew about the expose on spawn checkbox. Query keys mapped to action. Interesting. I don't understand what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, this is my like dynamic so I guess you can query the enhanced input system to get what keys are mapped to an action, and then I just get the first value of that for a specific action, for like destroy building, disallow construction. And then I pass that into this widget, and then I can switch on the, you know, whatever the key might be. And I have the different icons for that. I'll need to create like a much better interface for this, like probably just a map, right? Hash map would probably be a lot better now. Actually, let's do that right now. I don't know. I'm doing the pirate software version here. Let's fucking upgrade this bad boy. So I guess we can just do, let's just do public variable. So this is going to be a map of key to texture. Yeah, what is that? Texture 2D object, cool. Texture 2D, beautiful. Compile, save. This will be like key icon map. And then we can just, yeah, we can just fucking, boom. Oh, I have to add them one at a time. That's really annoying. Oh, God. And I have to search. Can I do E key? Any key. No. Key. E. Keyboard. I have to fucking manually find it then, I guess. Okay, this is kind of painful. Wait, where the hell is it? There it is. Jesus Christ, that's kind of difficult. E, now we need Q. Oh, Q was easy. E was just the difficult one, okay. And then F. There we go. So I just need to get, or rather contains. Let's do contains first. If it contains, we'll set it. Otherwise, I mean, I probably have a default for like missing. So if we contain it, is it find? Yeah, they call it find here. Oh no, it's yeah. No, that's fine. So does this return null pointer if it's not found? Yeah, then we can just do that. Oh, look how much better it gets. Oh, it's beautiful. See, that's satisfying, man. That is satisfying. Careful with that statement, you might summon code, Jesus. I mean, the difference is I know I write shit code sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about because you never used Godot or Game Maker, blah, blah, blah. I literally called myself a bad programmer in the title of my Twitch stream, so you can roast my code. It's okay. My code's been getting roasted for 10 years and I'm still getting paid to write it, so you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. Okay. The thing I really should be worried about is the list. I just got put on the list right there. I just got put on the list. And so yeah, let's do a default gotta be a default key or something, right? Key. That looks like a set of booty cheeks. The mouse icon looking kind of thick, not gonna lie. I just got added to Pirate Software's if Twitch name equals my drawing list, return 0 or whatever. We'll just do 0. Make it 0. Stay noobs, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. You clearly don't know what you're doing. You were using blueprints. Hey, that's a fair criticism. You're memeing, but that's actually kind of fair. What are you building? I'm working on an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural, destructible terrain. I'm just working on some interaction. Okay, it didn't find the key. Holy shit. Okay, so my code already doesn't work. It already doesn't work. Oh, I can, there's a selector. There's like a, what do you call this? Yeah, there's a select the key. I could have done that the whole time rather than look through the list. Okay. Noob blueprint, noob Unreal Engine dev ships unoptimized game with facts and logic. Yeah, why are we getting here? Yeah, that's fine. Bondi fired the Department of Justice's ethics department. Oh, so Google's off the hook now? Hell yeah. Keybind is none. Where are we getting called from? Does this construct new when you set content? And I guess I need a default, I know what I need to do here, because yeah, I don't set that on the main one. I need to like override this here, actually. I need to override that here. So this is the main interaction, yeah, so I do need to cast it here. It does need to be that class, because then I'm going to set keybind, set key and text here, which I don't know. We'll see if this fucking works. But let's have a set key function because I don't need to set text here. This was like what, set main interact option? Where the hell was that, man? There it is. So E is the main interact button. Now, maybe I should query the key for that, so it automatically updates. Maybe I should just pass in the input action and then let this do the querying, actually. Ooh, I like that. That's even better. Now we're like, we are graduating, guys. Yeah, okay, so hang on, let me go back to the building object. I'm manually passing in the action. Okay, let's have a set input action. Imagine having a PhD in blueprints. That's the... Hang on. That's, you know what that... I know what that would look like. This is the PhD. This is the blueprint PhD. This is what you get when you graduate from Blueprint Academy. I love how someone drew such a shitty star that it became a meme. And now it's like, it's a thing. UI's confusing, learning curve is very steep. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the engine, that's for sure. Get local player input, enhanced local player input system. Wait. What was that? I don't think I need that or that. Yes, I am a solo dev. Oh, I had to get the local viewing player controller. Oxy, I just told you to sit. Okay, so we get that. Query, keys map to action, input action. If it's not empty, get the copy at the first index, and then we can set key based off of that. Oh, we are fucking giga chads now. Coding Jesus, praise me. Shit. Get owning player. Is that a controller? Nice, that'll work. Okay. And now what do I want to do with that, actually? So I guess I want to expose that again. Oh my god, I'm just exposing so many things. Oh my god. Like such a little slut. Sorry, that's a little crass. I'm sorry. Input action. Expose yourself for everyone to see. Thank you. And I guess on construct, if we have one of these, like if this is valid, that's a map, sir. Sir. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't... Okay, I can't even do that. Okay. I don't need that to happen every time. Revert to validated get. If it's valid, set input action. Otherwise, set key. Do that after. There we go. Yeah, I think once AI solves scarcity in a goods-based economy, we change to an entertainment-based economy, where the only value humans can now provide is like art and entertainment in some form. So that's what all the jobs will be. But I don't think that happens in our lifetime, actually. Kind of feeling like there are going to be scaling, plateauing issues with AI. Because the artificial super intelligence is not the switch flip moment that does not seem to be the switch flip moment that the science fiction authors of the 80s foretold. It seems to be quite inconsistent, the AI outputs and stuff. It's like intelligence is not like a kind of like an all or nothing kind of thing. So yeah, we just now pass in these things. Oh, this is so much fucking cleaner, dude. Oh, this is so much cleaner. And then watch this. Boom, gone. Wait, what is the... Oh, fuck. Okay, I guess we're keeping that reroute node there. And our Lord, all praise our Lord, Tim Sweeney, and the blueprints that he provides us. Blessed be the fruit. Blessed be the fruit of Tim Sweeney's creation. Nay, saith he. And pray for a bountiful blueprint harvest in the next update. Tim Sweeney, grace us with your superior technology. Okay, you now all get UE Fortnite and verse. Oh, thank you, Tim Sweeney. Thank you so much. Our God has granted us a gift. May the Lord open my blueprint files with no corruption. Has anyone watched Handmaid's Tale? That's what I'm picturing in my head as I'm saying this. Blessed be the loins of the sweet Sweeney that giveth. Odd, I need you to write some religious, like some I need you to write my ideology, like precepts and stuff when I get to like the religion part of my game. You seem to have quite the knack for it. What did I need to do here? I forgot already. I was doing other things. Yeah, this guy. Okay. Set key. We're just gonna call set input action now. then this is going to be just interact. And it always needs to do that because this is the main interact option. So we're going to kind of override whatever the caller gives us there. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Why am I breakpointing here? Why did I automatically breakpoint there? What's going on in Twitch chat? What do you mean? Okay, my keys are not getting set properly. They're all E. That's not what I wanted. Okay, it's not working. Oh, okay, we're not getting the local player subsystem, are we? Applied algorithms. You're really into the AI stuff, huh? Why is this null? Why are you null? Maybe it doesn't have an owning player yet? Get local player controller. Have I asked anyone, does this local player get owning local player? You code in C++ ever? Yeah, it's mostly C++. There you go. Yeah, mostly C++. I don't like blueprints. That's why the title of the stream is Noob Programmer Rants About Blueprints. Now, what's null here? I don't know which one of these two is null. I guess it was the input subsystem. So I guess let me check is valid here. Maybe it's just not valid at first and we have to wait for it. I'll just print string here. Invalid input system. Which language to learn for AI? English. The most AI is trained on. So if you want to use AI, you should probably use it in which language is good for AI? Yeah, English. Use English when you're typing to an AI, when you're prompting an AI. I think that's what they're trained in, so. Okay. I know that's not what you're asking. This is kind of one of those situations where if you have to ask, then I don't think you're ready. I'm not trying to gatekeep at all, but you may want to figure out how to find answers to that kind of a question on your own. Because if you can't answer those kinds of questions on your own, you're not really going to be able to make progress working on AI. And the way you find answers to that question on your own is by typing that into Google. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but you need to learn how to do that, or else you're not going to make it very far. Yes, I am being a bit sarcastic, and I'm sorry. But yeah, it's one of those. Hang on. I have a clip for this.
You have to.
Oh, ew, gross. I got linked to a Facebook video. Gross.
There you.
Okay. Clip time.
is.
Where?
All right. It's a regular hot dog cart in here, huh? All right, fellas, here's how it works. $1 to look at it, $2 to touch it, $3 to watch me touch it.
It's lots of nice looking man.
Back the fuck up, Antonio!
Back the fuck up, Antonio.
My apologies. $5 to touch it while I touch my toes, $6 to touch it while I touch your toe. Oh, hey.
Let me skip to the part.
You too, Barry.
$8 for a BJ, $12 for an HJ, $15 for a ZJ.
What's a ZJ?
If you have to ask, big man, you can't afford it.
That's what I think. This is the scenario I think of. Like, if you have to ask, you're not ready. Like, you're not ready for it. I'm sorry, buddy, but I know you mean programming. The answer is probably Python, but you need to figure out how to ask the right questions and find the answers to them into like things like Google. That's the moral of the story there. Can you tell us the context about your current blueprint? This is all like interaction interface stuff, really. I'm kind of off in a side quest. Millennial brain rot. No, we didn't have brain rot. That is not, there was no such thing as millennial brain rot. That movie actually came out when I was like 12 years old. Oh, you gotta watch Beer Fest. Beer Fest is such a funny movie. It's one of my favorite like comedy movies for sure. Anyways, yeah, our input system is not working. Let me remind myself why. Yeah, and they're all defaulting. They're all going E here. Disallowed, create the interaction. Let's look here. How many invalid input system logs did I get there? Did I ever get a valid one? I guess is the case. Maybe I'm calling this too soon before it has like a reference to the owning player or something. Are we switching between UE and writer? You can do, like if you hit Windows key tab, you can create new desktops. And then it's control Windows key, left and right arrow keys. That's just a built-in, this is a built-in Windows thing. From when did you start coding and AI? I started coding when I was like 16, so it's like 14 years ago. I don't know what you mean by the and AI part. I started talking about AI when you asked about it. How would you design a fallback or error handling system if isValid fails and shows invalid input system, especially for packaged builds? Are you talking about what I'm doing right now, or are you talking about something specific to what you're experiencing? It's taking a long fucking time to render my output logs, probably because I haven't cleared them in forever. So we're just gonna rebuild here. If you're talking about what I'm working on right now, like the isValid check I just put in there, I'm just trying to figure out why it's not working. This is not something maybe I will not keep. So I think maybe the player controller is wrong. So I'm just trying to troubleshoot here. I'm not actually like writing production code that's going to get shipped. Production noodles. Production noodles. These are some nice al dente, undercooked noodles. They're not ready to ship. When is Alpha 1 release? Ask me again in 5 years. I started coding on Basic. Oh, Visual Basic, yeah. I can't say I've written any Visual Basic, but I have converted quite a bit of Visual Basic to not Visual Basic in my day. Hey Siri, set it. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 years from now. Did that set a timer for anyone? Is anyone playing me out loud on their speakers? Got me good. Wait, did it set a timer for you on? Found the iPhone fanboy. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 years. It just did it on my phone. I'm sorry, I cannot set a timer for 5 years. The maximum duration I can set a timer for is 24 hours. Well, I learned something new. This guy calls blueprints production code. I know, the horror. The horror. This is my own stream. Why do I have my own stream down here? Go away. What is bad here? Oh yeah, you're not a thing anymore, right? Wait, get interaction text option. Get interaction option widget. Yeah, I changed the name. Without doing a redirect. Well, that would be why that happened. That's fine though. $6 to touch it while I touch my toes. $7 to touch it while I touch your toes. You got the iPad? Nice. Okay, we got valid input systems. Okay. We got valid input systems there. That's the thing I closed is what I wanted to open. Back button, save me. The one time I could use the back button, it doesn't work. Jesus Christ, I fucking hate blueprints, man. Oh no, I didn't close the thing I wanted. Never mind. I do want that other one open though. We need that other one open. Set key. Okay, let's see what we get here. Why am I didn't even get it at all here. Let me catch up on chat. I had a realization recently about enhanced input. It's possible to just remove context and add new ones depending on circumstance. Yeah, that's the whole point, I think. Now I have like 5, that way I guard against keys that are being pressed. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Sometimes there can be too many conditions though. So like sometimes I just like put a little guard in the key that I don't want pressed, you know? My coding teacher started coding with paper sheet where you must... Oh yeah, the hole punches, yeah. It's crazy. He must be like 70 or 80 years old. Turbo, classic, GW, and turbo basic. Okay, I don't even know. These are forgotten. These are forbidden techniques that I know not. Why am I not hitting that? Is empty. Oh, I have it on the wrong fucking thing. Sir, you are really good at what you were doing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what do we got here? Q. Yes. Good. Good, Anakin. Good. Now kill him. Okay, so this is working. I don't know why it wasn't before. It was probably because of that. I don't know. I got a null or something there. I don't know. That's fine, actually. Anytime I see noodles like this long, I'm like, get those out of here. Get those out of here. Love me some Palpatine. I know, Palpatine is like the biggest memer in the Star Wars universe, you know? Sir, can I be your assistant? Sure. Sisty's nuts. Fuck. Oh. Wow, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. Hope you're using some kind of version control or backup in case something goes wrong. I have Google Drive turned on for my noodles. Instant regret. Yeah, I felt mean saying that. I feel bad. I'm just in a meme mood now. I don't know why. What am I trying to look for? I'm trying to look for why my main interaction option is not showing up now as UI interaction text icon. So I assume we're getting here. Do we get there? Yeah, Palpatine was the only saving grace of the prequels. Not really. I think Liam Neeson was pretty good. Qui-Gon Jinn. Any Qui-Gon Jinn fanboys in the chat? Ewan McGregor was good too. Jar Jar Sidious. That's like some real scorched earth, burn it to the ground, like type writing if Jar Jar would have been a Sith. Anyways, the interaction object is not a text icon. It's not a UI interaction text icon object. Wait, yeah, that's right. It's not. Is that what I need to make it? No, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, actually. Wait, what? I've been working on the game for about 2.5 years now. Sir, I'm 18. How can I become like you? You just gotta get out there and start doing stuff. Start working on projects. Find stuff you're interested in making. Figure out how to make it. That's the short answer. Figure out how to find the answers to your questions so you can move forward, that kind of stuff. Let me throw the breakpoint back on there. Or it's still there. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting to see there. Class unknown. Okay, now I guess I need to go into the building object. Why am I getting unknown here? We're not getting there yet. Oh, because we were in build mode there for like a frame, right? Because the menu was open. I think the sequels, I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. I haven't watched the sequels, so I think they're worse. Like if they did the same fucking storyline. They did the same fucking storyline. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Okay, so we didn't even get there. Why are we not, we're not calling get interaction text option. Which is now called get interaction option widget. That might be why. That might fucking be why. Apparently you can't override functions when you're at runtime. Or they just don't exist. No, they do. You just, the spaces, man, the spaces. Okay, I gotta copy all this. That's why it wasn't working. Glad I realized that, because that was about to be a pain in the ass. Refresh all nodes. Okay, that doesn't work apparently. Oh, that's so annoying. I wish I could why can't these getters and setters? Oh, you can do this. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, I guess you can only do that with setters. That's most of my case, so. Yay, it works. Yeah, delete this entire thing. Get interaction text option. Goodbye. Goodbye. I am really learning a lot from your channel. What have you learned? I feel like I'm just sitting here memeing connecting noodles. Okay, it didn't find... Okay, the options are correct. Okay, yeah. When it's null, I need... we actually need to do this. Or rather... need to do that. But the icon wasn't correct here, so it like didn't update here or something. Yeah, I think I renamed it, Case, but I didn't. I renamed it without creating a core redirect, which if you do the refactor rename in Writer, it'll do that for you. I forgot to do that. Yeah, it seems this is not working. God, the back button. I need the back button to work. That would be great. Okay, breakpoint me there. Okay. Well, no, that's... I didn't want to continue. Start it again. Okay, what are we doing here? Wait, that's unknown? It is unknown. Okay, well, hold the fucking phone then. Okay, hang on. Why? I'm gonna guess the owning player is like null here because it like hasn't gotten added. So I think maybe I just need to add it first and then set it. Or probably Gucci after that. Crisscross, I was crossing my nudes. Although this does seem to create like a new one, so I don't even know if this is going to work. Nope. 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 Definitely no. Okay, yeah, so it's the owning player is not set. Okay, so I guess let's just set that then manually. That's fine. It's only like this is the only spot where it actually matters. Set owning player, set it manually. Get local. Oh, come on, come on. Get local player controller. Get local player controller from. Does this starts? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, now there's nothing. Okay, now it's not showing up at all, which is weird. Access none, trying to read. Oh my god. I hate it. Why is this so difficult? Oh, I didn't set the content. Wow. The noodle didn't connect itself. C++ would never. Okay, so it's there, but it's still ain't rat. Why, oh why? I didn't hit the breakpoint that time. Right? Or am I crazy? No, I'm not hitting the breakpoint anymore. So then why? It's just not updating? Oh, yeah, the key icon is null. So we have another one of these scenarios where it's like fucking null, man. I don't get it. I guess they just have to be set on construct. Which is annoying. But I don't want, in this case, I don't want the caller to specify it because I want it to be like a, maybe I should set the default to E here. Is that a good idea? That would allow me to delete all that. But then I'll just need to make sure that the callers don't set it themselves. For this one case, which feels weird. I would rather have it not so brittle, right? I'd rather have it not so brittle. But I don't know what the hell. Let's just default it for now. I'm tired of like going back and forth on this. Set the default. Interact. Well, I guess maybe the default key should just be E. That should set it as well. And then, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to apply the default because then I can't ever use a key. Okay, it still doesn't work. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? I guess just on construct, we'll look at it. Key is none, input action is none. Okay, where is this happening from? I don't know what that is. Go away. How do these named slots work? Because they seem to recreate whatever you pass in. You're really gonna... Oh, blueprints never change. It just fucking crashed because I tried to double click on one. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Tim Sweeney. Sorry, checking emails, make sure I don't actually have to do anything right now. Okay. Okay, we're good. Are you building a World of Warcraft-like craft survival? So I'm interested in what made you think that. I mean, the answer is somewhat yes. I mean, I am inspired by WoW. But I just find it interesting that people, like, that's like a lot of what the first people say is like it looks like WoW, and like to me I don't think it looks that much like WoW other than just the UI is like the excuse me, got my voice. The UI is really the only thing. I'm making an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. The RPG side of things. I bet it's the icons and UI. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is that all it takes to you know, make people think I'm making it like WoW? I feel like the action bar is pretty generic, right? I feel like the action bar is pretty generic. The nameplate, not so much. Like, I get that looks just like WoW, because I literally just did that. I looked at the WoW nameplate and I just did the same thing. Some game dev, welcome in. Hello. I like classic WoW. I do too. I don't hate it. I find it interesting that so many people jump to that so quickly. But yeah, I mean, there will be some survival elements. You know, there will be some elements from vanilla WoW. So yeah, I mean, kind of. There's a lot more to it than that. But yeah, kind of is the answer. Anyways, completely lost my flow because blueprints crashed and took forever to load back up. Now, do you guys think it would be if I just got rid of all the WoW icons? At that point, it would just be the nameplate. That would be WoW-like. You think I still get just as much? Key is none. Key is none. Okay, so the key being defaulted doesn't even matter because it's just going to get set to none here. Do I just need to manually make sure? This is so annoying. I don't like any solution here, honestly. Let's just fucking shoehorn it in there. Put E there. Honestly, do I even need this to be a function anymore? I don't think so. Let's just put it directly in the... Just put it directly in there. I don't have a lot to go off of yet. That's kind of why I was curious, because I assumed you were new to it, so... Okay, finally it works. Finally. Okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. Took fucking hours, but we did it. Jesus. Have it keep it up, dude? Yeah. I can show off the game a little bit. Off the game a little bit here. So it's got procedural terrain. That's kind of like where most of the work has gone. And I think you can see that. Yeah, the world is going to be procedural. It's going to be a very sandboxy type game. So for the Colony Sim side of things, it'll be a lot like RimWorld is my inspiration there. And I'll pair that with a roguelite. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm trying to make a game that I want to play forever. So yeah, here it is. Yeah, I guess if you saw the combat, I would understand why you would think that looks like WoW. 'Cause yeah. Vash style forever. What does that mean, Adder? I shouldn't be able to talk to you. Why are you interactable? Why are you interactable? Anyways, I'll have to fix that too. Nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah, I'm borrowing a lot of the icons and sounds just for placeholders, you know? Oh, Team Vat. Yeah, I've seen them. I have seen that. If you know, you know, but Team Vashio on Twitch is working on the biggest MMO of all time that they can play forever. But she infinitely stares at documentation and lives off microwaved gruel in a mug. What? I didn't know about this lore. I have seen them streaming, but yeah, every time I see them, it's like, yeah, the same thing. It seems. Like, I don't think I've ever actually seen them actually do any game dev. So that makes sense, I think. I more so just meant I'm making a game that I want to play. If you ask her to blink 3 times if she's held captive, she just goes AFK till you leave. What the fuck? This is some lore that I did not know about. Movement of character, did you make the animation blueprint? No, this is all the ALS C++ refactored plugin. I have edited it a little bit. I built like the animation instances for like the casting and stuff like that to work with like the WoW animations. That's about it. It's a wild subplot lore of Twitch. Is it just like is it like a fake, like is it a loop, like a video loop being played, or is she actually there? I think I've rated her once or twice, maybe. I knew nothing about her. I just thought, oh, they're working on an MMO, that's cool. Yeah, each time I rated, I didn't actually see any game development happening. Okay, let's get back to work. She is there and Vash is nowhere to be seen. Is Vash someone else? Oh, the boyfriend. Oh, interesting. Oh. Weird. And so that, wait, how do they live? Like, how do they make money? I guess that's where the gruel in a cup comes from. What's the hook of the MMO that's supposed to be so good? This works now, I guess. This works now. The game is his idea, but she's the one coding, but she's not actually coding, though, is what we're saying. This is some, like, you know, Star Citizen is up there for, like, top game dev scam, but this is, like, some deep cut, like, dark web type game dev scam shit. I see your love for BPs grow. It's even in your title. Yeah, that is what my title says. Yeah. Welcome, I'm Orange Juice. How you doing? I guess we're talking about Team Vash and the lore therein. They will not say, as they do not want people to steal the idea. That's the biggest meme in game dev. That's the biggest meme in game dev, that someone's gonna steal your fucking idea. Go for it. That's the easiest part of game dev, is the idea. That's the easiest part. They live off $700 a month of Patreon subs. Who's Patreon subbing? She admits she has never seen the game herself. What? How much time have you guys spent in that channel just to pick up all this lore? This is interesting. How she never seen the game isn't programming it, but I don't think she is programming it. I think what we're saying is, like, every time she's streaming, she's just staring at documentation or something. She's working on the networking and the website, but doesn't even know what the game is. They have a simp army. So they just put her face up on the screen to get some simps. And then that pays for their gruel in a cup. And for the guy to make the game he wants to. And she's not even working on the game, is she? It's his thing. She's just making money for it. That's what it sounds like. I used to go when she was actually programming in UE. Oh, really? So she has done some game dev, but then it went nowhere. Their Discord is really interesting. It's a mix of bots, simps, and people asking if she's safe. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really strange. That's really strange. Hang on, let me take a little peek here.
You like
No volume, please. What is happening? I guess high to low. It's like the same screen. Oh, there's me. That's crazy. There's me. I don't see her on. Because usually she's got like a decent amount of viewers, right? She's got like, I don't know, 20 viewers, 20, 30 viewers. At least that's what it seemed like. This is a very interesting lore. Yeah, hope she's all right. She rolls the like 3 ads an hour. Yeah. When she started building the website, I stopped watching. I spent like a whole day off to the side chatting with some other dev friends about the situation. It's a wild sublore. That is very interesting that there's like that kind of, like it's known, you know, it's known around the tiny little community that we have here. Oh, she's offline? That's not normal. Yeah, right. I think I remember like in the title or something that she streams like 12 hours a day or something, which is insane. Absolutely insane to do. I think the most I've streamed is like 8 hours, and that was fucking. That was fucking. I'm just gonna, that's where that sentence ends. Let's actually do some work though. What do I want to do next? I just refactored that, so that's working very nicely. And I was doing this because I wanted to change the is interactable like meaning. It should be like whether or not the function should be called. Turns whether the interaction is complete or not. And then the interaction options widgets will return whether or not we should display options. And so I think the next thing I want, because this is all for the colonists to like construct things, which we actually do have working now. We actually do have working. Join my colony, thank you. Do task, construct this thing. Done. Now he needs to stop constructing. He needs to stop. You need to stop. Is the I forget what's still being called. Let me learn. Let me get ramped back up on this problem here. Are we still hitting these? Yeah, we're still hitting these bad boys. So I need to figure out how to stop a task. I guess is interactable needs to return false after it is built, right? Because then interact doesn't do anything. And is interactable just returns whether or not interact should be called. Whether interact should be called. So go over to building object. Is interactable. So I think we can do this now. And I need to make, I guess I need to make sure, did I properly detach that? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. So we're no longer doing that. So this doesn't do anything. Doesn't look like anything to me. This nasty little series of switches. Get scooted on over. Okay. McSpicy. And now I want McDonald's. Welcome in though. I just learned what a core mechanic means for a game. Do you know this concept, and what is your core mechanic? Oh boy, that's a kind of a good question actually. I kind of meme on like the concepts that game developers or game designers treat as like, you need one of these for your game. You know, these are, yeah, game loop is one of them. Adder already knows. Game loop, core gameplay pillars. I feel like core mechanic is going to get added to the list. So Pirate Software's got a list. I've got a list too. Do I know what a core mechanic is? I mean, like, I know what that means from like a conceptual, just like from the word itself. Like, yeah, it's just something that is, you know, kind of foundational to your game. But it's like, what is your core I don't know if you... It's too like there's too many variables in game dev for there to be absolutes, right? I guess that's the rational way to explain what I feel. Which is rare that actually happens, but like, why do you only need one core mechanic? Why can't you have multiple, you know? And if you have multiple, then neither of them is a core mechanic, right? They're both just like major mechanics maybe. But if I had to pick like, what is my core mechanic? Like, I don't know if I'm building a game that is a combination of 3 different genres: RPG, Colony Sim, and Roguelite. So like, I would think that there is a core mechanic in each of those. So it's like, which one of those is my core mechanic? Like, I don't know if I'd be able to pick one, you know? Because I guess maybe the roguelite part isn't a core mechanic. That's just like an implementation of like the leveling up. Or more so like, it's more so RPG plus Colony Sim. It's like, I don't know, what is the core mechanic? The core mechanic is like the typical RPG mechanics of running around in a world, defeating things, leveling up, choosing new abilities, you know, getting stronger, getting better gear. That's like the core mechanic of like, I'll say typical of RPGs. Of course, you can have an RPG that doesn't have any leveling up or anything, but then there's also the Colony Sim side of things. And the core mechanic for that is, you know, there's a building system, you're building things for your colonists. There's like some sort of progression to the colonies, like usually like a tech tree or something like that, you know. And you pursue the progression, you get more colonists, maybe you improve their life, you know, their livelihood, and your colony grows. So there's core mechanics in both of those. From what I learned, some rare AAA games have multiple, but most have one core that the game can't exist without, with more supporting mechanics. Yeah, I think that's definitely one way to go about development. I don't feel like that's the only way to go about development. And I think if you go into development with that frame of mind, you're probably going to produce something that's probably structured, you know, it could be completely different genres, of course, but like structure-wise of the game, here's the main thing, there's smaller things, you know, that's not the only way to make a game, you know what I mean? You know, main things, smaller things. You can do like 3 main things, no smaller things, you know what I mean? So yeah. Did I get the definition of core mechanic right? AAA games have an extensive range of documentation, including pillars, core mechanics, etc. And about a third of the way through development, they may as well burn the docs in a parking lot. Yep. Same with software engineering. Source, I was AAA dev for a long time. Yep. And we're crunching. Yeah. No time to update documentation during crunch time. Meowletary, welcome in. Pretty common now to have vibe features, like a tech tree that only allows one path. Okay, is this any at all related to vibe coding? Vibe features is a new term for me. Tell me about vibe features, Meowletary. I think it's better to just go in and build as you go. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, Hasty. So yeah, that's kind of more my vibe. Oh shit, we got vibe features. Yeah, I know, right? I made it up. I'm vibe memeing. Oh, you got me. I just got fucking got. Holy shit. My ancestors felt that one. I think it's the one that drives the players to do stuff. AoE has fishing, trade, etc. But that at the end of the day, you get into it to manage an RTS, not to see the character fish and construct. Yeah, that's definitely true for AoE. It's the one that drives the player to do stuff. But like you can, I don't know. It's like there's definitely different styles of structuring your game design, right? I don't know. Like I've always like, it's why I hate talking about game loops. Like, what's your game loop? You know, what's the loop of the game? And it's like, why are you trying to define that for the player? Like, let the player decide what they want their loop to be. You know what I mean? That's why I like sandbox games so much, because it's a different style of game design. You know, you can go off and play a game like, you know, like Dragon Age or Avowed. That's very much theme park vibe. Like that's theme park development, right? You're not really letting the player, like, sure, they have the illusion, or I shouldn't say illusion. They have options and paths for the player to choose, but they are developed like explicitly. You know what I mean? And it's not, they don't just create a world and then let the player interact with it, right? Which is more so the vibe that I go for, and why I don't really think, like, I think about loops a little bit, right? I do think about like that will come into play for sure, but like I more so just want to create a world that's interesting and that responds to the player in fun ways, that creates experiences, and then the player can go and engage with what they want to. You know what I mean? And I just have to keep that in mind when I'm developing, so that you know, all the interactions make sense with one another, which maybe is a more difficult thing to do, but we'll see. Twitch follow bot. Hello, if you want 10k follows in Twitch in about 19 seconds, let me know, because you're the best. No, thank you. I've gotten follow bombed before. I did not enjoy having to go and delete like 2,000 follows. Easiest core mechanic to understand is Call of Duty, which is shooting. Cannot play the game without it. I don't know. Me and my friends used to do riot shield builds, and there was no shooting in those. And everyone fucking hated playing against us. In Modern Warfare 2, you go tack knife, riot shield, Simtex grenade, throwing knife. So we weren't shooting anything. So, I mean, that's just one way to kind of like break down the concept. That's why I don't like absolutes, right? In game development, for sure. You have a follow bot? Damn head. No, I got follow botted. Like, people like follow bomb you, apparently, to just like fuck with small streamers or something. It's a thing, apparently. I don't know. Commando Pro, right? Hasty knows the fucking he knows the Modern Warfare 2 lore. I never worked on a huge game, so trying to abandon intentionality would probably never become any better game. I mean, you can still keep the scope small. It might just be hard to think about, because it's literally like a different thought pattern, I feel like. You can just create, like, you don't have to create like a huge world. You can create a small world with a few interactions, right? Think of something more so like Animal Crossing. You know, that's not at its base. Like, what is the core mechanic? I guess you could say the core mechanic of Animal Crossing is like the loan part of it, but I wouldn't even say that, because like you don't even need to pay off your loan, and you can still play the game and interact with villagers and collect items and decorate. You know, at its core, it's a pretty small game, but it's still sandboxy, and I wouldn't say has a single core mechanic. I would say like the upgrading your house, the house progression is one core mechanic, which is the loan thing, and then I would say the interaction with villagers is important as well. Like, that's another core thing. Yeah, I hope I never write a game design document, honestly. I write way too many fucking docs for my job. And yeah, they're all out of date, literally, once we get done. Glad to see you back at it today, bro. Proud of you. Stay strong. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Welcome back in. Yeah, I need to return. Yeah, I changed this. So is blueprint, we can call interact. If it's built, we shouldn't. I think that makes sense. Sir, why did you call that? And it was getting mad. What did it just get mad at me for? Not directly call event functions in interface. Call execute. Get display name instead. I did that. I did that. Might as well not even pass in the interactable here. Interact payload, interactable. Yeah, that's valid for sure. And the interactable object. Yeah, I mean, I just downcasted it to a. Wait, is this what is this? It is a U. Never mind. So it's a U object. Why is that getting mad at me? We're gonna go work on my game now. Thanks for the inspiration and good luck to you. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck on your game. I appreciate the thought-provoking question. Okay, but he finished it, is the important part. I don't know why it was mad at me for that. I'm doing what it asked for, which is calling the execute underscore thing. Why are you mad at me? I'm right. Again, here. Again, here. Okay, so we never got rid of... Yeah, and so here's the problem, is the interact... or the colonist task. Okay, yeah, here's what we need to do. So the colonist task, colony entity data, it's on here. The colonist task doesn't get set to finished, so we come back here. But maybe I should like set this to empty or something. When it's finished. Instance data, interact payload. I guess let's like zero these out. Yeah, I guess let's like zero those out. So that I think that means we won't get back, we will at least not be calling the is interactable anymore. Noob question, what purpose does an interface have in context? You mean like the programming paradigm of using interfaces? Interfaces essentially allow you to decouple things. And so if you have two different classes and you want them to interact with each other, you could just have one class call the other class's function. And that's probably your first choice. But eventually, you may want a bunch of different things to have a function get called from a single class. But everything is going to do something different when that function gets called. And so you can use an interface for that. And so in this example, I'm doing an interaction interface, which is just like anything can be interacted with. Like I can interact with this guy and it's like, hey, you know, one of the interfaces is like, hey, what should I display when I get close enough to interact? And that's like the talk button, right? This is also interactable. And so an interface function is, what should I display when I get interacted with? Sir, why are you still getting here? I return failed. I mean, I guess we may need to... Yeah, if it's not interactable, what do I want here? I guess I'm trying to stick with this like very generic interact with object task. Thanks for playing. Sounds like I guessed it. Spot on. Yeah, there's kind of like two different use cases for it, or two different mindsets for it. One is like, yeah, I just need random, you know, a lot of things to have the same function on it, so that I don't need to, like, like this interactable object. It's just a U object, which is, you know, the base class in Unreal Engine. So if I didn't have an interface here, I would have to probably cast this to everything that it could possibly be to try and figure out what it is and then call a related function. So that's one purpose for it. Another thing people use it for is, like I said at first, is decoupling things. Like sometimes you may only have one thing that uses the interface. And I try not to do this because I think it makes the code harder to follow. But it can make sure that the two classes on either side of the interface don't reference each other. Which can allow you, it allows you to decouple the classes because neither of the classes know anything about the other one. That means the implementation stays a little cleaner. And a lot of people put, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but there are people who will put an interface in between every single class-to-class interaction, and it's just like, I've seen some code bases like that, and they're pretty fucking gnarly to navigate around on, but yeah, so there's kind of two different things. So yeah, this interact with object generic task, it could be a lot of things, right? And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the data, the instance data, when I get to something like this, where it's not, if it's not interactable, do we try again? And I guess let me look at the state tree here. I wonder if I should tick this. This does tick, and I wonder if I should run git colonist task on tick to check for validity of the task, right? And that's going to have a lot of specific logic in it for each task, I would think. Interfaces are good, but using it everywhere is a bit too much. Yeah, 100%. 100% agree. I could run this on some tick interval, of course, on the background thread. Check for validity on all the possibilities that this task could be, which is going to be a lot, right? Construct, forage, chop, you know, all this stuff. And that will allow me to at least like cancel the task that the colonist is doing if it like gets completed or something, which would be nice, right? Because otherwise they would have to wait to get there and realize that they can't interact with it, which would be kind of annoying. So maybe I'm kind of leaning towards that. And then we will have this task, because this does output the interact with payload. So I think we'll have that task return succeeded or failed or something, you know? I kind of like that, yeah. And we can tick it an interval that's not every frame. Every half second, every second, you know? That way, like, you know, they'll be heading out to go construct something, and maybe it's kind of far away, and there's someone already, like, maybe someone gets there first and constructs it. And then they, as soon as it gets constructed, they can just stop, right, and do something else. I use IntelliJ for work, love it. But I've been using VS with Unreal Engine. What 2 reasons would you give for switching to Writer? Do it and right now. Those are my 2 reasons. If you use it for work, why wouldn't you also use it for Unreal Engine? Also, it's just better. It's just strictly, it's almost strictly better than, it is built specifically for Unreal Engine. Visual Studio is not built specifically for Unreal Engine. And that's how JetBrains products are. They're built specifically for the thing that you're using them for, which is why they're so useful. You should just go do it right now. It is free for non-commercial use. Just do it. This is your sign. Okay, so let's update the get colonist task then. I like this idea. It's already got some pretty specific. I was trying to make it as generic as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. There's just going to be too much logic. Is it commercial use only when the game sells? Yeah, I mean, I think if you yeah, I think so. I think Epic does try to push people to use VS. I mean, you do need the VS build chain and the build tools and stuff. Like, you do need to have Visual Studio. Ryder uses the Visual Studio build chain. And I could do this in blueprints, but I don't know. This is going to be very logic-y, so I don't think this will be the. I don't think doing this in blueprints would be the move. And there are going to be certain things that I only want to do once, right? Like some of these, like getting the desired PCG points. Yeah, that's going to be a one-time thing. Results. Why am I plus equaling 30 there? That should probably just be equal to 30. Oh, I see. Because we're setting it there. Yeah, that makes sense actually. I don't like how I did that. Tech, welcome in. How are we doing today? Okay, yeah, so I do want to run certain things on tick, and I guess that there should just be a function for is valid, I'm thinking. Bool is valid task, I'm gonna say. Is it hard to code? At first, I've been doing it for many, many years now though, so it's kind of second nature now. So this would be a part of that. Grab the entity system as well. Return failed, so that'll be false. I guess at the end we'll return true. Okay. And we can delete that. Well, we can delete the checks at least. Let's put the train system up there by the entity system. Then there's going to be things I only want to run once. Yeah, getting the interaction points, which is very similar to very similar to getting ECG points, so there's probably some way I can generify that to work for both. ECG point container acceptance radius. I wonder if I should have a list of like options. Yeah, that's kind of a different, and that maybe is some work for a different day. So let's do a switch on colony data, colonist task, current task, yeah, that. Current task dot, I guess it'll be task type. It's gonna get mad at me because I don't have the default case, which is stupid because I want that to fall through. I kind of hate that that's a thing. And so here's what I want to do: the task type specific validity checks. Where do I want those to live? Because those can be static, so I can put those on anything. Is valid task type. That's kind of like a different thing. And I don't know that I want those to get confused. Because like, is the instance of the task valid to be continued to be done, or is the task a valid choice for the colonist to perform? Are different. Those are different things. I could just keep them on here until I feel like they need to go elsewhere. I guess let's just make some static. If they are only going to be used from here, I guess we can just make some static functions on here. So static bool is valid construct task. I'm gonna have functions for each individual thing, each individual like task type. All the information can be derived off of the context. So like I'll switch case here. Case will be construct, right? Return is valid construct task. Yeah. Default return true. And I guess I don't need the return there. So let's just enumerate these. Do I have that one? Forage, yeah. Let's make them alphabetical. Yeah, those are the ones we want. Is valid chop Freeze task. Chop trees. I'm just gonna return false because we don't have it implemented yet. So we'll return false for both of those. Well, actually, forage is valid. Forage is valid. Is valid construction task. So we'll return true here, but then we'll need to write out some logic for that. So this is where we're gonna get into logic. Okay. And return. There we go. The screen's following cursor. Did you code that for the stream, or is it some sort of preset? There's a GitHub that has like a little Lua script that you can use as an OBS plugin. So I took that and I updated it a little bit to work better for Unreal Engine development, specifically, or game dev. Your is programming senior. I think most would consider me that, yeah. Okay, so for is valid construct task, I guess I need to make sure that the... let's grab the instance data. That's going to give me all the information. Instance data colon this. Oh, right. Right, okay. Right. It's weird that it needs a pointer, a reference to this. Okay, so they're not going to be static. Okay. I could pass in the necessary params I wanted. Did I do that so I can move them easily? I don't know. I don't know if am I going to use these functions from anywhere else? Because this is really like the brain of the processing. Bucket, we ball. I don't know, I could let's just... We'll make them static because it's going to be more modular that way. And I know I'm just going to I'm going to bite myself in the ass if I don't do it now. So I'll need to pass things in like instance data, F my entity will probably be necessary. Honestly, the instance data should probably be const too. We probably don't want to change that from these. And then I guess I need the world. I need some reference to the world as well. World. Yeah, that's what I need for every single one of these. Okay, and yeah, just come on, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Good job. Although I already have a reference to the instance data, we don't need to do that again. Thank you though. Wait, am I wrong about that? I am wrong about that. If it's the brain, I don't see why you would use it anywhere else unless there's certain cases. Yeah, the thing is I don't know. I don't really know. I can, these are definitely the kinds of functions that I may need to. I just don't know. And so it's just always a good idea to keep your code modular if you can, you know, so that when in the future, like I would like, let's say in the future I have like 1 million of these, you know, moving all those or changing them all to what I just did would have been very annoying at that point. I guess if it's valid, yeah, I want to like reset things. So I can do that from outside of this. Yeah, because it's just a const. Like a global script. I don't think a global script is modular like what I'm talking about. Not quite what I mean. Interact payload dot interactable. This is the building, and maybe I kind of need a building interface because casting to a building here feels bad. But I need to get some information. So this may be a good case for an interface. Just so I can get some like kind of like base functionality without having to actually import into here, which is going to tightly couple these things. Building B is built. Wait, do you? Yeah, it's B is built. Am I dumb here? Oh, I'm not actually. There we go. And if there is no building, hang on, let's do this. If there's no building, return false. Get that out of the way. Let's enumerate the failure options here. If it's built, I will need to stub out repairing as well. If it's built, it's also not a valid task. Yeah, const generally means the same thing across languages. It means the function cannot change the class. It cannot assign any variables within the class or call any non-const functions. So, the same in most languages. Are those the only failure cases or the validity checks that I need here? Actually, what I want to do is like do a bool B is valid. Is it weird to put default first? I've never done that before. So if this isn't valid, I want to do some things like instance data dot interact with payload dot move to location Like zero those out. I mean, do I care about that actually? I don't know if I care about that. Because we're gonna fail the task. Yeah, no, I don't actually undo everything I just fucking did. We're gonna just fail the task, which is gonna reset the state and shit I don't need to do. Okay. Am I ever gonna change the stream music? I don't know, maybe someday. It's something I just don't really feel like fucking with, to be honest with you. I already cast here, so... I already cast. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should do some of this first. Some or all. Because I'm gonna need to do some checking on the interaction points. I don't know. Should I try to make this is valid task like the central location for all of that? Because like there's gonna be some very obvious scenarios where it's like, yeah, I don't cast this to a building or something. I don't know. I'll just leave it like it is for now. This theoretically should work. Although, I didn't even update the tick. Hang on. I didn't update the tick. Okay. I gotta hop off soon. I hope this works. Okay, so you tick every half second. It will return failed at some point. So hopefully this just works now. Come here, you. Okay, he didn't even go there. He didn't even do it. So I broke it. I just broke it now. Okay, so let's open up the vlogger and see what he's doing. Are you gonna try to do it again? You gonna see me do it again? Okay, we'll do it again. Let's see what your logic was. Yeah, he didn't. He was feeling a little bit lazy today, I suppose. Okay, sir, join my colony. No, join my colony. Okay, do task construct. Go. Okay, what did you do? I was trying for a hot second there. Oh, current task is interaction. He's being interacted with. Never mind. He didn't try for a hot second. Where's the frame that he tried? I guess it returned false? Or it returned invalid? Yeah, this is the frame. This is the frame where he gets the task. God, I don't know why these state tree printouts are so hard to read, man. State colony tasks. It failed. Probably flipped a condition or something. If there is no building, return false. If the building Yeah, I gotta go to a meeting though, so... yeah, I have to go. I wish I didn't have to, but I unfortunately have to. Let's see, is Team Bash on? Can we raid Team Bash? It's a meme. I'm not actually gonna do that. What do we think? Stevie or Prismatica? I think we rated Stevie. Actually, let me... Oh, hang on. Let me see. Hang on. Let me see something here. Okay, I might be late for my meeting, but let's see. Okay, we go here. What do we fucking edit? I forget. I have to do it one by one, I think, maybe. I'm gonna try a YouTube live redirect. Give me a second. Redirect. Add. Fuck. I told Prismatica to add me. I know he streams on YouTube. Oh, hang on, let me find his channel. I fucking subbed to him. He doesn't sub to my YouTube channel, and I'm a little upset about that. If he subbed to me, I could live redirect to him on YouTube.
Augment code is the best.
And we can actually start to build a fucking little community, you know? That sounds weird. Not a fucking community. Did I miss the BP rant? Yeah, that was yesterday, Shawnee B. That was yesterday. We were memeing on it a little bit today. How do I want to live redirect to Prismatica, and I would love to just go in there and tell him to, hey, add me, sub to my channel, and I'll, hey, maybe I can say that. We'll see. Should I say that? Is that rude? I feel like that might be kind of rude. As I really want to try out YouTube live redirects, but the way they work on YouTube, it's a YouTube raid, but they have to either specifically like allow, like Prismatica would have to specifically allow list me to raid him or just sub to me. So would it be weird for me to go into his channel and be like, hey, sub to me real quick so I can try raiding you on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of like, I really want to try it. And I have told him about it in his stream, like after I rated him on Twitch, like, hey, you know, check out the YouTube thing. But I don't think he did it. So yes, it's weird. Yeah, it's kind of, I really want to try it. I have told him about it. Like, he does know about it. I don't think he did the allow list thing. But I really want to, like, I know Prismatica's streams on YouTube. I know like First Crimson streams on YouTube. Who else does? Like, was it Silent Wolf maybe as well? There are a few game dev streamers that stream on YouTube as well that I would love to also raid at the same time. And I really want to like get that going, or like little community here, you know? Also, I keep telling my YouTube guy, my YouTube product manager, that we need a raid button directly on Like, we need a raid button on the video itself, you know, so people actually know. Can I go in here? Oh, I can add a redirect here. Okay, but I can't, yeah, I can't do it. He's silently looking for an out of your relationship. Don't tell him, yeah. Maybe whisper him instead. What would I whisper him on? I don't think he'd see a whisper. I mean, we'll just go with the standard raid and be like, I gotta get on a meeting. I'm already 1 minute late, so okay. You guys are going to Prismatica. Tell him to either sub to me on YouTube. I'm gonna say hi to him on YouTube so he knows my YouTube channel. Just say raid incoming on YouTube, so he can sub to me on YouTube. He knows my channel now, but either sub to me or specifically allow list me. Someone tell him that for me, please.